Niranjan, this is another proof of, absolute absence of integrity in this investigation. Remember, if a court process is going on, there should be some deference to the courts of the country. And the fact that Vikas has submitted himself to questioning for a good 100 plus hours clearly shows that we have nothing to hide and we are there to cooperate, including with our account books. And what is left, they have questioned our advertisers, they have questioned our investors. And in that context, the fact that anticipatory bail hearing was coming up tomorrow clearly suggests that there is an element of mala fide. I hope the courts would take notice of it and really cause this arrest. But what is important is that it seems that Mumbai police it seems Mumbai police is yes. So it's clear that Mumbai police is listening to nobody. Mumbai police has, it seems, become a victim of hubris and carrying on with acts which would take the wrath of the courts. We have seen how in the case of Arnab's arrest, Niranjan, remember the Supreme Court came down heavily on the manner in which the police had conducted itself, the Maharashtra police, and even the High Court, in fact. So, it is beyond doubt that the moment it reaches courts, the Mumbai police would have to face some music. But it seems that they are least bothered about their, image. They are least concerned about following due process, following protocols. And even an element of brashness and disrespect towards the courts. And the fact that this has been done after all the questioning that was done of Vikas, and the fact that he was cooperating, that he was willing to come again, the fact that his anticipatory bail is coming up tomorrow. What more can be said beyond that? This is an absolute evidence, if more was needed, of the malice and malafide with which the entire investigation has been conducted. Like you were earlier saying, October onwards, when the FIR was filed where Republic was not named, some another channel network was named, and then dragging in Republic, then trying to find out whether we paid some money. If they couldn't prove, they tried to find out whether there was some Hawala transaction. They couldn't find Hawala transaction. They went on to dual LCN clearly in DRAI domain. And even that has not been proved. So now this arrest. So I think, and I believe they have, whatever questions were asked of Vikas, and we have been taking updates, Ranjan, he has answered them to their satisfaction. And we saw how Vikas narrated how all the questions that were answered, almost a stage was reached where the questions were getting repetitive and that they had nothing more to ask for. And yet to carry out this early morning swoop down on a Sunday and pick him up only within 24 hours of the anticipatory bail hearing coming up in the Mumbai court. It's a travesty. It's unfortunate that nobody is overseeing the conduct of Mumbai police. Hopefully the courts won't.
Yeah, and despite knowing Abhishek that his matter wasn't called, in fact he had filed for anticipatory bail on Friday. Three applications were filed, including his, and Priya Mukherjee's application was taken up. Vikas and Sundaram's application, they very well knew was posted for Monday, that's tomorrow, Abhishek. They knew it very well.
Exactly. So they know what they are doing, but they don't want to, submit it to the dignities of the process of law and the respect or deference to the process in the courts. We have seen how in the case of Priya, they trooped down to Bengaluru, only that she had legal protection. And in the case of Vikas, despite the fact that we have so openly submitted to the questioning, over 150 hours of questioning of him alone, and yet again, in the last questioning that happened, Vikas asked if there's something more, he's willing to come. And despite that, for them to carry out this act, almost like an act of vendetta and vengeance, clearly shows, Niranjan, that there is nobody who's overseeing their conduct. It's like Mumbai police has gone berserk, and there is no oversight either from the executive or the political leadership of Maharashtra.
And the manner in which the same crime branch and the same police investigating the fake TRP case, the manner in which they've tortured Ghanshyam, that matter is also in front of the National Human Rights Commission. Abhishek, you're well aware of the facts and how Ghanshyam was tortured, physically tortured. He's described in great detail, details of which are in front of the court, in front of the High Court where this case is being heard on the 16th, and also in front of the National Human Rights Commission. Abhishek?
Exactly.
Take our viewers through the details and where the case stands in front of the National Human Rights Commission as well.
Absolutely, Ranjan. So, we were left aghast at the narration that Ghanshyam, our Assistant Vice President for the Western Region for Distribution, did insofar as the treatment of him by police during police custody was concerned, use of those Atachakki belts to beat him up and torture him to somehow implicate the top leadership of Republic management. But they, of course, failed to do that. And Ghanshyam, when he came out, he narrated to us, and subsequent to which an application has been filed against his torture before the National Human Rights Commission. I mean, that is perhaps likely to come up tomorrow, Niranjan. And perhaps Mumbai police knew that there could be a double whammy of sorts with the anticipatory bail plea coming up in the court in Mumbai, and the NHRC case coming up in Delhi, and then subsequently, of course, on the 16th, the High Court hearing with the overhang of the Supreme Court verdict. So it's clear that Mumbai police has kind of offset all that due process in the courts by carrying out with this early Sunday morning arrest, and hopefully this would be quashed at the first available court hearing, which in the case of Vikas is happening tomorrow, and the courts would be able to see the malafide of the police in absolute contrast and do something about it. I mean, it's really unfortunate that there is an element of helplessness given the manner in which Mumbai police has gone berserk with its malice. And the manner in which they are pursuing everything despite we having cooperated with them.